Good afternoon, my dear children. So, we are back with another video from your chapter 2, Poverty as a Challenge. So, today in this video, we are going to discuss about the poverty line. So, why we are going to discuss about this poverty line is because the topic poverty is like in the topic poverty, the center of the discussion is this poverty line only. Okay, so poverty line, you can call it, is one of the important concept in when we are discussing, or important term when we are learning about or discussing about the poverty. Okay, so that's why this poverty line lies at the center of discussion of the poverty. So what is this poverty line, then how it is being calculated? So these are the things we are going to discuss in this point. So a common method that is used to measure poverty is based on the income or income or your consumption level. Okay, so this poverty line is basically measured in terms of income or the consumption level. So a person is considered poor. So when we are going to consider a person poor, if his or her income or his or her consumption level falls below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill basic needs. Okay, so if it's fall below, then we are called them poverty line. We call below poverty line our poverty line, isn't it, children? So what is necessary to satisfy basic needs is different at the different times and in different countries. Okay, children, so like basic needs is different at different times in different countries. Therefore, this poverty line may vary with time and with place. With time to time, with place to place, this poverty line varies. So each country uses an imaginary line that is considered appropriate for its existing level of development and is accepted minimum social norms. For example, US, owing a person not having a car in the United States may be considered poor. In India, owning of car is still considered a luxury. Isn't it, children? So like each country uses an imaginary line that is considered appropriate for its existing level of development and is accepted minimum social norms. So it depends upon country, it depends upon time, it depends upon place to place. Okay, children. So while determining this poverty line in India, so what we do, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement, etc. are determined for subsistence. So there is a minimum level that is required for the subsistence. So these physical quantities are multiplied by their prices in rupee. So the present formula for food requirement, okay, so in our country the present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line is based on the desired calorie requirement, the calorie intake. So food items such as cereals, vegetables, pulses, milk, oil, sugar, etc. So they together provide the calories, isn't it? Provide these needed calories. So the calorie needs vary depending upon the age, sex and the type of work that a person does. For example, if we see the accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2400 calorie per person per day in rural area. So 2400 calorie intake per person per day in rural area, whereas in the urban it is 2100 calories per person per day in urban area. So why the calorie intake is higher in the rural area? Because the rural people, they engage themselves in more physical work. Okay, so that's why calorie intake in the rural area are considered to be higher than the urban areas. So similarly, if we convert this in by the price, so we'll get the monetary expenditure per capita needed for buying this calorie requirement in terms of food grain, etc. is revised periodically. Okay, the money that is being needed to buy this calorie intake is revised periodically. So on the basis of this calculation, okay, if you see the monetary value of this calorie intake, so for the year 2011-12, the poverty line for a person was fixed at rupees 816 per month for the rural area. So it is for the rural areas is rupees 816 per month, and is rupees 1000 in the urban area. So if you see that the calorie intake is higher in the rural areas whereas lower in the urban area, but if you see the monetary expenditure, isn't it, if you see the monetary expenditure that is needed to buy the calorie intake, then it will be 816 in the rural area and rupees 1000 in the urban area. So despite, okay, why is this thing? So this is the opposite, no? So despite the less calorie intake, that we see that the higher amount for urban areas has been. So you can see that in the urban areas the calorie intake is less, only 2100. But if you see that the monetary expenditure to buy this calorie intake is higher for urban area, because as you all know that the prices are high in the urban area. So in the prices of many essential products in the urban cities, they are high. Okay children, so in this way for the year 2011-12, a family of 5 members living in rural areas earning less than about rupees 4080 per month will live below poverty line. So a similarly family in the urban area would needed a minimum of rupees 5000 per month to meet the basic requirements. So a person in the rural area, if they are earning rupees 4080 rupees, then they are earning less than this, they are called the below poverty line. Similarly in the urban area, if you see a family is earning only less than rupees 5000 per month, they are called the below poverty line. So this is how the poverty line is estimated in our country. So the poverty line is estimated periodically, okay, normally after 5 years by conducting sample surveys. So sample surveys are being done to conduct this poverty. So these surveys are carried out by the National Sample Survey Organization. So the data on the poverty is being calculated by NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. So however, for making comparison between different developing countries, many international organizations like the World Bank use a uniform standard for the poverty line. So minimum availability of the equivalent of $1 per person per day. Okay, so in our country it is done by the sample surveys by the organization NSSO. But if you see internationally, okay, there are international organizations like the World Bank also, they are using some of the standard method for the estimation of this poverty line. So where the minimum availability of the equivalent is rupees $1 per person per day, $1 per person per day. Okay children, so this is about the poverty line. So why it is important, how it is calculated, which organization calculates it. So these are the various details, okay, about the poverty line. So the main thing that you should know here is the calorie intake. So how poverty line is estimated by the calorie intake, and if that is converted to the what are the calorie requirement in the rural urban area, okay, and if you convert to the monetary expenditure, then it will be what will be the situation, then why it is higher in the urban area, calorie intake why it is higher in the rural areas, whereas the monetary expenditure why it is high in the urban area. So these are the things that you should be knowing from this point. Okay, so these are the calorie requirement 2400, it is per person per day. Okay, so then if you convert that monetary expenditure, that is 816 per month of the single person and rupees 1000. Okay, so in this way you can see the various important things that are there in this point poverty line. Okay children, so this is about the point called poverty line, so which is important. Okay, so when we are discussing poverty line, so when we are discussing poverty, so this poverty line is at the center of our discussion. That means it is very, very important concept, this poverty line. So poverty line in the topic poverty, it is one of the very important term that we should know. Okay children.